What up? I am Chuck with the Defenders of Kobold, and you are seeing my face, all of my face, and more of my face, in great face HD. I don't fucking know. Welcome to the fucking show. This is episode insert number of Death's Reformation, a Zweihander campaign. Tonight, we're going to be continuing on the story here. Last time the party left off, they, started off in one town and they accidentally incited a riot, which killed a bunch of inquisitors. So they escaped to another town where they were recovering from their injuries. Then more inquisitors showed up, looking for them specifically because they captured the cowardly mayor. And the mayor was helping them pinpoint escapees from the town. So the party fled in the night during a storm where they were being tracked by some monstrous thing in the darkness. And they came across an inn, a tavern that their good buddy they were traveling with knew about. Was his name Gromit or Wallace? His name was Gromit.
I think it was Gromit, yeah.
It was Gromit.
I thought it was Wallace from Gromit.
It was Gromit from Wallace or something.
It was Gromit of Wallace.
That's right.
It was okay. So Gromit knew about this great inn they could go crash the night in to get out of the storm. Well, they went there and shit got bad, real fast. Fucking mutants tried to kill them, murder everywhere. In case you're curious about what I'm running, that was the classic Warhammer adventure, Night of Blood. And the party survived thanks to a traveling merchant they were familiar with by the name of Sergei. Sergei showed up at the last moment to, hey, get out of here, quick, hop in the back of my wagon, which the party did. And then the party promptly fell asleep. The next morning, they woke up. They were no longer in the nice, well-maintained, good-filled wagon of Sergei, but they were in a dilapidated, old, broken-down wagon on the side of the road. No signs of Sergei, no sign of the Inquisitor they captured, no sign of Gromit, no horse, nothing. And they climbed out of the wagon and found themselves looking across a overcast, fog-covered moors with forest off to their left, roads stretched left to right where they were standing, and that's where we're fucking picking up. So, take us to the group.
It is done. Whoa. Now they have to see us.
Whoa. And here's everyone for the night.
Yay.
It's great. So what we're going to do, Jake, you look like you were about to say something.
Oh, yes, I do have a word from our sponsor,
Let's
Greedy
hear
Pig
it.
Productions. Coming to Blu-ray for the first time, Greedy Pig Productions presents a sci-fi tale of terror. In the near future of 1989, the USSR has finally won its long conflict with the US of A, and the 20th century now lies firmly in the hands of the Soviet menace. But as the West surrenders to its last enemies, two old foes rise up to destroy the world. The Mongolian Khans join forces with aging German scientists to loose an army of zombies and bring down all of civilization. It's up to CIA Director George Bush and KGB super spy Vladimir Putin to put an end to the storm zombie horde and save the USSA. John Wayne, Yakov Smirnov, and Arnold Schwarzenegger explode onto the screen in Better Red Than Dead. Rated X.
That's beautiful.
Is Yakov Smirnov Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
And I take it John Wayne is George Bush?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I agree with that casting choice.
Yes.
Better Red than Dead.
Schwarzenegger is a super zombie.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
He's himself.
Is he the Z2000?
He's himself.
Zombinator Z2000?
So,
Looks like that. I'm just saying.
yeah.
He's a great big zombie.
What a fantastic sponsor. Why don't we go through and we'll introduce you guys and who you're playing as, and then we'll get into the game. Joe went first last time, so Jake, just tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight.
I'll be playing Felix Hunsen, the animal tamer, with the alter ego of the Pumpkin King.
It's exciting.
What does he look like?
He looks like a young lad with skinny, bony arms. And he has a dog named Robert Pattinson.
Yes, he
Nice.
does. Who are you?
I am Zachariah.
No.
Zacharia?
Your name.
Oh, my name. I'm Tyler.
Okay, now continue.
That's a good
I'm
start.
playing as Zachariah. What am I? Human charlatan. I was prepared for this.
Next.
Nice. And I am Francis Bark.
Are you?
Bless you.
I am.
No. Who are you?
Am I? What?
What's your name?
You just did the
I'm
same.
Chris.
You made the same
Okay.
mistake.
How's it going?
There you go. Now continue on.
Okay. I'm playing Francis Bark, a human antiquarian.
Okay.
And he's got a dark robe and a staff and a dirk and a cudgel and a
There you
shoulder bag.
There you go.
Cool.
Next up.
I'm Daniel.
Good job.
Got it. Whew.
Yeah.
Get my gold star for the day. I'm playing Emil, the Watchman.
There you go. And you have a dog as well.
I do have a dog.
Named?
I gotta come up with one because so far
Taylor Lautner.
shithead's what comes to mind.
Yes.
Taylor Lautner,
Oh.
obviously.
No, your dog is now named. What is it?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The rival from Twilight of Robert Pattinson.
All right.
I don't like that I know that.
I like that you know that.
I didn't know that, so the name
That
meant
joke
nothing.
was a mistake.
I was thinking of the name of the dog. I think it's the dog from The Jerk.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
he calls it shithead. So
I like Taylor Lautner
all right.
more.
Taylor Lautner seems like a nice young man.
Yeah.
He's more like a dog than.
Wasn't he in the
Yeah.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl movies?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
fuck
was.
Taylor.
I'm gonna say that's where I know him from.
I think he's Shark,
was Shark
Boy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Was that in the same universe as Spy Kids?
I know he wasn't.
I
Lava
feel
Girl.
like it was, but
It's
I don't.
it's in the same meta universe. It's made by the same people.
Okay. If
Robert
it's in the
Spy
same
Kids is in the same
Fun-
universe
as Machete.
as Machete.
Yeah.
What?
Machete,
Yeah.
the violent
Yeah.
movie,
Uh-huh.
is in the same universe as Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah,
He's
that's
their uncle.
He's
Oh,
their
okay.
uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like
I see
they
that.
introduced Machete
Mhm.
in Spy Kids.
That's pretty funny.
Because
That's
every
fucking
movie
great.
Robert Rodriguez makes is related.
Anyway,
Did not know that.
Joe,
I'm Joe,
good job.
and I'm playing Brian Rundlebitch, the human apothecary.
Rundle, bitch?
Rundlebitch, that's his last name.
Good God.
Brian
Fuck
Rundle.
You and your fucking...
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
The right
So much.
things.
Oh no, we're buffering.
Well, that could be anything because we haven't dropped any frames yet. So
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, fun facts tonight. Dan and Joe have assembled a new streaming computer for us.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we're able to do a lot more audio processing.
yay!
It also means this is the first stream on this new box with this new audio configuration. So if you hear weird shit in the chat, feel free to shout it out, because we're not actively listening to ourselves.
Yeah. If you hear something, say something.
If you hear something, say something. Also, this will be the last night we're streaming with this current audio configuration.
Yeah.
So if you don't hear something next time, say something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even if the weird stuff is Chris, you need to say something.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely say something. I like it when people notice me.
yeah. There you go. Because we just bought a bunch of lapel microphones. So hopefully for next session, which is Joe's game, everyone will be rocking lapels, which should give us unprecedented audio clarity and leveling.
Or something that sounds like that.
It just means
Hopefully.
we're all going to forget we're wearing lapels when we go to the bathroom, and we're just going to rip the audio mixer off of the table.
Yeah.
And I will
For your
All
cry.
the time.
Yeah.
We should buy some mounting stuff for that.
Yeah, and I will cry since I put in most of that bill.
I mean, just put some double-sided tape under it and stick it to the desk.
I don't
where it is.
want to fuck up my table though.
Oh, is that your table? Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
This is actually it was my parents' dining room table.
No, all
And
we
I
have to
said,
do is
"Hey."
just tape all of the XLRs to one of the legs.
Yeah, that way it'll
okay.
just rip off the
Velcro.
leg instead of...
There you go. It's a good idea.
That's the
Yeah.
table where
Yeah.
Chuck and I
Rip off the
discovered
just
our
just
first
put the leg of the
6
table, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Magic the Gathering creature.
Same thing I do to keep my penis under control. I just tape it to one of the legs.
No.
Checks out.
Checks
Depending
out.
on how sturdy the table is, maybe we'll just start dragging the whole room with us.
I'll just move my basement next door.
So
That's how it's done.
that's how it's done.
I think it is.
You just hook XLR cables. Guys,
So-
you guys.
You all come to in the morning. You immediately notice something's wrong as you wake up because the nice covered wagon you were in the night before, the tarp covering the wagon was, intricately painted and colored and had designs on it. It was a very bright and welcoming thing. Looking up, it's a flat, tannish gray canvas covering the wagon. It's in tatters. You can see bits of cloud poking through. Climbing out of the wagon, and once again, there's not really anything in the back of the wagon. The people you were traveling with who aren't you 6, presuming Alex is here, they're all gone. So Gregory, Sergei, no signs of them. Or the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is also gone. You all climb out, and you can see you're just maybe, 3 yards or so from a road that stretches kind of left to right from where you're looking. It's kind of a packed earth kind of road.
Not
Looking-
asphalt.
What's that?
Not asphalt.
Not asphalt.
Okay.
Looking to the left a ways, you can see it kind of, the road disappears into dark forest. Everything here is kind of really like fog enshrouded. So, your visibility isn't great, but you can tell there's forest not too far off. Looking to the left, it kind of opens up into a rolling moor. Think like low rolling hills with kind of dense shrubbery, really kind of waterlogged lands. And the road kind of disappears over a few hills into these moors. What's your plan of action here, guys? You're absolutely have no idea where you are.
What time of day is it?
It's super overcast. You can tell it's daylight out, but you can't get a fix on the sun.
It's very hard to tell where exactly it is.
Yeah.
Do we want to go back into that forest? Probably not.
I think we probably just want
I don't
to
know.
follow the road to somewhere.
I want
Follow
to
the road away from the
pause
forest.
and just listen, see if we hear any animal life or wind or any sound in the distance or anything.
Okay.
Is there any sort of...
Why don't you give me we'll call this a survival test.
Okay.
Trying to get your bearings in the wilderness. I think survival is appropriate.
Yep.
We're gonna call this a challenging survival test.
Ooh. Can I make it an extended test?
If you want to take 10 minutes to do that, then yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to hurt anything.
I don't think so either. And I think that's what I would do anyways. So challenging is up 1. Extended drops down 1. And then I have a bonus that drops down another 1.
So you're making essentially a routine test.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus, I think I'm trained in survival, so that's another. So I get to add
Another
20 to my 53.
So 73 is your number to hit.
2.
Okay.
All that for 2.
So you kind of now
You did.
tell me exactly what you're listening for again.
I'm listening kind of for any sound at all to get my bearings. I want to see if it seems really still. I want to see if I can hear birds or insects, or does it seem unnaturally still or something?
You do some listening. There's a slight breeze.
Mm.
We'll say it's coming from the east. Well, you don't have an idea on where east is.
Yeah.
It's coming from your right.
Hmm.
You can
Right's the east, guys.
Shit.
Metagaming.
Oh no!
Bago Death 151 says his money's on Chris.
I don't know who that is.
What's
We're betting on you for
money
something.
is on me for what?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Okay.
So to the right, you can feel a breeze is blowing across you. It's kind of chill. You get like an autumn kind of vibe, which kind of mixes with, what time of year it is. You can hear maybe a distant caw of a crow or something like that off in the distance.
Okay.
It's a little late in the year for a lot of insect activity, so you don't pick up on that. But you
No
do...
deafening cicadas.
No deafening cicadas. Definitely not our
That's
place in the Midwest. But you do kind of pick up every now and then off in the distance, more towards the left and also behind you. The occasional, what sounds like maybe the howl of a wolf.
So that would be the
woods or
West.
The woods. And looking around, you can definitely see to the left, you can see the woods, and you can actually see whatever force that is kind of wraps around back behind you and kind of disappears off kind of behind you towards the right.
Okay. So where we're standing, if we were to go the other way, it kind of opens up.
Yeah. If you were to go right or you were to go kind of straight, it kind of opens up.
Okay.
If you were to go directly behind you or to the left, you're looking at forest.
Okay. That's where we came from.
You
Maybe.
could presume that. You don't know for sure.
Okay.
which way was
I guess
the
it's-
wagon facing?
The wagon is facing... It's alongside the road, so it's not facing straight with the road. It's facing kind of towards the right, but angled a little bit. So its butt's a little bit more towards the forest, and the front end is a little bit more towards like the road, towards the right.
Okay. I'm tempted to just keep on with that direction.
Is there? We don't have like horses with wagon. It was just an empty wagon.
It's just
That's right.
an empty wagon.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a source of warmth later. Who knows?
I want to get like a ration count and stuff.
What's your ration count?
I think we each have a couple because we grabbed some.
I brought 4 with me when I got off at the inn, or when I went to the inn from town.
I think I only had 2.
We'll just go with whatever you guys have, because you had a lot more rations in the wagon,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
you didn't take your wagon. Your wagon got stuck and left behind.
Yeah, I know we each either grabbed 2 or 3, I think.
If you don't know for sure, roll me a d4 and add 1.
Let's just do that then. First, I gotta find the D4.
If you've got a number recorded and you like that number, go with that.
My number was 10.
No.
That's not a D4.
Oh look, I got 2.
Okay.
I didn't bring
You rolled a 2 or you rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1, add
Okay.
1, so it's
you have 2 rations.
put that under trappings. 2.
He had 3. So I grabbed 3 from our wagon as we were running to the tavern.
Okay.
I apparently have 4.
Is 1 ration a day?
Hey, Zweihander
forget.
RPG.
I think so.
Why is Zweihander RPG?
That is a meal.
Okay, 1 ration is a meal. Okay.
So we have enough to last us a day.
That's bad.
We're gonna have to ration ourselves.
Yeah, that's
Dare I
right.
say.
That's
Dare
reformation.
I say. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So you got to count on your rations. You see forest to your left, opening moors to your right.
Okay. And the wolves sounded like they were more from the forest side.
From the forest, so to the left and then behind you.
Okay.
But the wolves, it sounded kind of distant, and there weren't,
Hey,
maybe
we
the
gotta follow.
occasional howl over the 10 minutes. Not an
They're
active.
just there.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the follow, Bag of Death.
Hey,
Right?
bag of death.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like the forest is the unsafe way,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but also there might be a better chance of like not livestock,
Finding food in there, hunting.
Food.
but like birds and rabbits to hunt. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said it turned kind of into a moor if we're
Yeah.
leaving the forest?
Yeah, heading along the road towards the right. it kind of turns into a moor. So think low rolling hills, kind of water.
A bumpy swamp.
Yeah, a bumpy swamp.
All right.
Not quite as moist, bumpy swamp.
That's right.
So,
I don't know. I'm happy to
Oh,
just
it's at a
roll the
heath.
dice and
That helps.
go one way.
So, like, okay.
What kind of trees are in this forest?
not coniferous.
Are they live trees or dead trees?
Arboreal type trees. I don't know if that's a
What the
real
hell
thing.
is that?
Arboreal. Leafed trees.
Google arboreal.
Are they dead? Is the
I
question.
think
Hey!
Arboreal is right.
Zweihander
Yeah, I think
RPG.
so.
Those bits are
That
awesome.
sounds right.
And
No, I
we
just don't know what the
fucking
word
love
means.
Sounds like something my character would know
Means they
better
have
than I
leaves
do.
and stuff.
you. Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Are the trees
I'm
alive
done.
or dead at this point?
They're starting. The colors have turned on them.
Okay, so they still.
So yeah, you guys are in they're still green there, but you guys are definitely at the fall is setting in. So there's still patches of green, but mostly you're getting autumn colors.
The Pumpkin
There's-
Festival was a fall festival.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot more survivability in the forest, but there's also probably more danger.
Did we?
Yeah.
Do we look like we've aged any? Like, I'm just curious
Why don't you
how long we were asleep.
Why don't you give me let's go with the scrutinize test. And I think you'd be familiar enough. We'll call it a routine scrutinize test. If you were to inspect your compatriots to see if they've aged any.
40,
Can I assist?
63.
Absolutely, you can assist.
Look at me in the face.
While they're rolling the dice, I want to give a couple thank yous and shout outs to some
What
people
are
that
you
deserve
looking
it.
I got a 3.
That's really good. First would be to
I
our
think you did it.
patrons, Adam Rose of Grim and Perilous Studios and Fawn Satir. I need to learn Fawn Satir's name so I can thank them directly. But thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Dan from Grim and Perilous Studios. The book that I've turned into a feathered bird here, he gifted to me. And Dan's hooked us up with a lot of cool stuff.
That special edition of Mangoush looks amazing, too.
It is fantastic. But he's gifted us with some great stuff, in addition to making a really badass game. Also, I got to sit down on a playtest a week ago and recorded and helped them playtest the rules for Showdown from their upcoming Tetsubo supplement book. And the rules for that are on their Patreon. So if you want to check it out,
Do so.
hit up their Patreon.
My my immersion is going to be insanely broken if Tetsubo isn't the name of the sword.
It has to be, right?
I think it has to be. It's like the law.
Zweihander is a sword. Main Gauch is a dagger, essentially. I play in on occasion, I play in their Radiator Alpha playtesting. Also, if you want to listen to those sessions, hit up their Patreon as well. The podcasts are there, and they're getting ready to roll out with some video.
That's a
but-
really nasty looking mace.
That's named after a
That is a
gun
real
in the
nasty
setting.
looking mace.
Who else do we need to thank? We need to thank Dave, Demir 1983. He's making his own game, and he's super cool. Who else do we need? Libris Arcana, because, they're great, and they sponsor us.
It's like a
But
metal mace with studs.
Enough of that shit. You inspect your friends, and you don't notice they all seem to be... You guys had kind of a shit night, right?
We just look like normal shit then.
So you're all looking kind of haggard.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely you're all suffering from some peril.
And some nearly mortal wounds.
And some damage.
But we're all still
I
the
managed to
same.
come out of that awkwardly healthy for some
Me
reason.
too.
Yeah.
I have no peril or damage.
But other than that, you don't seem abnormally aged by any means. You seem to be as old as you were when you woke up yesterday morning.
Okay.
Just, a day older. So, next.
I'll give Brian a small tap on the chest and say we should check out this road, see if there are any tracks.
Yeah.
So I'll do a survival check. Or I don't know if survival check would be good for
What's a
roads.
big-
Yeah.
Are you wanting to
It's
do
still
it?
tracking.
Yeah, it's still tracking. Survival would be fine.
I can assist you in that.
Yes.
So
Big mother.
So that would give me another D10 or 10s.
yeah. To use.
So Tetsubo is essentially like the Sentinus.
So
from
yeah, that's
Fable.
going to be
Giant Great Mace.
Oh,
ooh,
okay.
almost a crit fail.
Dang.
Yeah. But no, it's a 30, so I get to check the road for tracks.
You do some looking around the road. You actually don't find any tracks. No signs of another wagon. No sign of any footprints of any humanoid or larger style creatures. If smaller style creatures went through, they didn't leave tracks, or it hasn't been wet enough here recently for their prints to sink in.
Terrific.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like 50-50 on which way we should go.
Why don't you guys?
Yeah.
What's your thought? What's everyone's thoughts on what direction to go?
We were riding away from forests, and the forest had more than wolves in it, so I want to go towards those moors.
Okay, Tyler.
I mean, I feel like a lot of signs are pointing us away from the forest, but because we don't remember how we ended up here, we don't really know where we came from.
Yeah.
So,
It's kind of
What did you
equal
find
opportunity.
out about our age?
oh, we haven't aged at all. I thought maybe we had Rip Van Winkle slept for 40 years or something, but no. I don't know.
You're in a cryogenic wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ye oldie.
I feel like the moors seem like there's more likely to be civilization that way, and I need civilization bad because I am wildly injured.
okay. Francis.
I vote Moors.
Okay. Emil.
Well, fortunately, usually if there's a road, there's civilization on both ends of the road. Otherwise, there's not much point in the road.
All right,
You have a point.
you understand what I'm
We
saying?
built this
Yeah.
road to the middle of a pit.
Yeah.
Usually,
There is that one
My-
bridge in Alaska.
My point was, I feel like there's not going to be a city in the forest,
no, there's probably one beyond.
so there's
but
probably more likely to be a city closer to us if we go towards the moors.
yeah.
But you do bring up a solid point.
Anyway,
I'm not from around here. I don't know how.
I just expect we'll have better
Yeah,
chance
these
of
are otherworldly
finding food
roads.
if we go into the forest.
Yeah.
Because we're stocked for a day.
So we need a consensus on which way to go.
That's kind of my.
It
We could
sounds-
kill goats.
It
In
sounds
the
like we've
moors.
got 3
there's
leading into
goats
the
in the
moors and 2 leading into the forest.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to get food and stuff and forage and sustain ourselves in the forest. And I'm also on the same train of thought as Tyler, where I don't necessarily believe those are the way that we came from, because it seems very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were from it all, so
So,
Knowing no different, we could have come from anywhere.
yeah.
so forest. How many votes?
I think we're losing on the forest, so.
I've
for the
changed my
forest.
mind.
All right.
All right.
You guys are heading toward the
You
forest.
convinced me.
Mhm.
Dan, with your knowledge of roads, or whatever your
Emil.
Emil, with your knowledge of how roads work.
Dan of the roads.
And the roads.
Den of the roads.
Were you a watchman of the roads?
I've watched
Were
many
you paid to
things.
watch roads?
I
You
know
all-
where the road leads.
Head out towards the left on this road
We're
towards the
leading into
forest.
town anyway.
Um,
I hope there's a town at the
actually,
end of the road.
reaching the forest is
If the
maybe-
forest is too spoopy, then we might turn around, though.
Fair.
maybe a half mile to the forest on this road. And as you move into the forest, the fog kind of starts to thicken up some between the trees.
Hmm.
Ooh.
You move in,
Like I said, if it's too spoopy,
Yeah.
and maybe a couple dozen yards into this forest, you hear a howl of a wolf not too far from your location. And it's almost with that, the fog almost completely encloses on you.
Need to up our render distance.
You need up your render distance, and everyone needs to make me a challenging resolve test.
Oh.
oh. So I believe
I
we're being
could have taken a level in
discouraged.
that, and I didn't. And I'm regretting it now.
I am fully discouraged. I still vote Moors.
You said challenging?
Challenging.
Challenging.
I fate.
Thankfully, because I have a rank and resolve, I make it.
So, who fails? Anyone critically fail? Those of you that fail take 11 peril.
Ow.
As the fog closes in, your head starts to spin. You start feeling almost dizzy as kind of the panic sets in a little
Jesus
bit.
Christ.
You start, the three of you that failed that resolve test, you pick up your step a little bit trying to break through this fog, leaving those of you that passed it trying to catch up with them. And within just a few moments of this, you break out of the tree line. And there's a road in front of you.
Is there a wagon off to the side?
Stretching into some moors. And maybe a half mile down the road, you see a wagon.
All right, well,
This
I think
road
we're
is a liar.
Huh.
Let's try that again.
There's
I
no
feel like
town
somebody's
at
pushing
the
us
other
away from
end
this
of the
forest.
road.
No.
It's a wagon.
I don't
Oh,
trust
no.
this road. Let's go back into the
We need to go
forest.
north, then west, then south, then west,
Yeah.
and then we can go to the graveyards
Yes.
and get
got
our piece
it.
of the Triforce.
Take
Yeah,
Scott.
I like the way you think it.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, just
I thought
remember
that's
which.
where the sword was buried, though.
That is where the sword's buried.
Well, why wouldn't you bury a sword in a graveyard?
Right? I mean, there's...
Yeah, I mean,
All right, guys. All right, hey. So what's happening?
I guess we're going to the moors.
I guess we're going to the moors.
I guess we're going to the moors.
Okay.
thank God we're going to the moors.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
said, it's
we're going
about
to the
a
mall.
half mile.
So much
Only
for
slightly more imperiled than we were before.
Yeah.
so much for snack time, guys.
Yeah, it's about a half mile, and you
Only
come across your
slightly
wagon again. And you can see, like,
I'm
the
ignoring
grass
2
and stuff.
spell ranks.
All right, guys. And you can see the grass and stuff is trampled around the wagon where you all were walking. And then you continue into the moors. You walk.
How hard would it be to break off like a piece of that wagon in case we need firewood?
Why don't you just give me an athletics test?
All right.
Screw that, I got a woodsman's axe.
All right. Give me a simple melee test.
As a
I'll let
pass.
him.
Okay. You grab a couple planks and you rip and you tear and you got, a couple planks of wood.
Does the Doom music start playing also when I
No.
rip and tear?
No.
Shit.
No.
I tried.
Yeah.
Siren sounds and everything gets dark and rusty.
As you all are moving along this road deeper into the moors over this kind of winding road over the hills, you hear something.
This is
Fire
right.
alarm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start cranking my crossbow, I think.
And it's almost a rhythmic thing that you can hear. It's a screech almost,
Somebody going Tokyo drifting around us.
and it's relatively rapid. So and then screech. I'm not going to do the fucking noise because that's annoying. Screech.
Can we tell what direction?
Give me a. Why don't you give me a scrutinize?
Is it like animal screeching or like metal on metal screeching?
That is
Why don't you give me a scrutinize?
a 1 is a critical success,
we'll
right?
call this a standard. 1 is critical success.
Okay, then I got a crit success.
You pick up. It sounds like metal, almost like a chain or something in the breeze. Like,
Okay,
think like a swing set, the screech of a swing
Okay.
set.
I gotcha.
gotcha. Okay. So something just blowing back and forth somewhere. Is it in front of
It
us?
sounds like it's in front of you.
Okay, I'll keep my
Let's go see
crossbow
what
ready
it is.
anyways.
What's that?
Keep my
Let's go
crossbow ready
see what it
anyways.
is. Yeah.
As you guys move on, maybe
Sounds
400 or
like-
500 yards.
Sounds like we're approaching Chernobyl or something.
You see it on the side of the road.
Yieldy.
It looks like there was a tree there.
There.
Someone cleaned
Little
off the
furnace
branches
melted
and cut
down.
off the top. Off of one of the boughs of it, the branches coming off the tree, there's a steel cage hanging from a length of chain. A steel cage large enough to accommodate a person.
Are there any skellies in there?
No, there's no skeletons.
Oh,
in
Is
it.
there persons in it?
As the person in the cage sees
Technically,
you,
There is a skeleton!
There is a skeleton.
There is.
It's just
you
It's in
are
another
correct.
cage.
it's in an Edgar suit.
It's in a meat cage.
It's half man, half skeleton.
It's in
As
an
you
Edgar
kind of
suit.
break through the fog, and you see this, old tree with a cage hanging off of it. you see the legs kind of pick up into the cage real quick, and you see the person inside stand. And you call, "Hey! Hey! Over here! Help!"
I come up to the cage and I say, "Please stop yelling."
I watch him go over to the cage. I'm standing the fuck back.
Oh, okay. And you can see it's an older man, like long beard and like tattered, rough spun like clothing, like burlap clothing. Oh, thank you, friends. The chain, it goes down along the branch. Help me. Unwrap it and it'll lower me down.
How'd you get
Please.
chained up?
Oh, it's that no good mayor. He did this to me. He had me locked up in here.
Why?
He's been hoarding all the pastries to himself. And I
bastard.
took one. And he locked me up here to die.
Mayor of what?
Now I wanna scrutinize this.
All right, scrutinize it.
Yeah.
I'll just call it a standard.
No.
Okay.
And as well.
Yeah,
Is it standard?
Yeah.
I pass.
What is scrutinize? Okay, yeah, I pass.
Okay. He seems to be sincere on this. Doesn't seem to be fibbing by any means. It's that no good mayor. I took one of his pastries because he was hoarding them all. And he locked me up. No good, that's what he did. He left me here to die.
Can we ask him what year it is, maybe?
I don't know if we know what year it is.
What year is it?
It's like Back to the Future.
what
Jumanji.
year is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
So what are you guys going to ask? He calls like, "What year is it?" I don't know. I'm at least... God, when was my last birthday? That was at least 5 years ago. 73.
What year was it when you were born?
I don't think this guy knows.
73 years ago.
All right.
I'll take a very
Hey!
long look at the others and then move to get the chain.
Yeah, if you let me down, come on, let me down. I'll be nice. I'll pay you back. I'll guide you, and I'll show you the way.
I'm gonna
Back to town.
scrutinize the dirt
Hello,
to see how
everybody.
old it is.
I don't know if,
Hey, Jabrunkle.
yeah, that's my friend.
Noise.
Nice.
Oh, they were here the other day.
Joe
Yeah,
Brunkle
yeah.
was here the other day, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get me out of this cage now. Who's lowering the chain?
I will.
Give me an athletics test.
Oh fuck, this guy's going down.
Oh,
You're going to just pop the chain off and then just have him come crashing
Pretty
down.
much.
Yeah, is,
Oh no, actually, no, I got it.
is there any pulley or is it just thrown over
It's
the
a pulley.
branch?
There's
Okay.
a pulley attached
There
to
you
the branch. You lower him down gently. He's like, fantastic. Now let me out. And you look, and there's a door on the cage with an iron lock.
I
Well-
look at the others and just kind of shrug.
Anybody have
well, I'm afraid
anybody
this
have a
is
way to-
where the help stops.
Anybody get it?
Picking locks? I don't have anything that can do that.
So I'll just let you know, this lock does look kind of old and kind of rusty.
I mean,
I
we
could shoot
we
it
could
off.
try and hit it.
So there's
I
you
would-
could try
I
and
wouldn't use
force
your
it.
ammo.
I'm gonna try to smack it with my cuddle.
Okay, roll me a.
clever, right?
We're gonna call this a challenging, simple melee test.
Ooh, make an extended test.
No.
Spend 10 minutes trying to break the lock.
No, I pass.
Okay, roll me damage.
Make that dice explode. No.
Nah, that'll be 6.
Altogether?
Yeah.
You crack into this lock, and you can see the tine where the arm where the meets into the lock, but it kind of bends down real sharp, but it doesn't come free. You feel
Oh,
like
wait.
maybe another good hit like that might get the job done.
Hold on. What?
I'll take another good hit like that at it.
Take that
I have a
away.
set of lockpicks.
And we're past that now.
Well,
Yeah.
Never mind, okay.
It's broken.
That's a critical failure.
You smack the old man
Is your-
right in his foot.
Is your cudgel your only weapon?
No, but I have a staff and a dirk.
That's good. Because your cudgel cracks in two as you pound into this
I
lock.
just drew it.
Well, sorry, man.
Gotta get another one now.
And you're standing there looking. Go ahead and roll me damage.
You owe me for this, old man.
To see exactly how broken the cudgel is.
Well, maybe you still break the lock.
And that's 4.
That's enough to break the lock open. And your cudgel, like I said, it just crack. And the head of the cudgel goes flying off into the grass. But as soon as the lock breaks, the old man reaches through the bars and takes the lock off and opens it up. Thank you, friends. I'm sorry about your stick there. And he goes around and he shakes each one of your hands. He's like, I'm Khan. Let me be your guide, and I'll take you to town.
All right.
All right.
I suspect that there's a lot of ways that this is going to go wrong for us, but carry on.
Probably will drop us off outside town, because I don't know if entering town with a criminal is the best first
That
impression.
mayor. The only reason he came after me is he won't fucking remember me by now. He's on the pastries. He doesn't fucking ooh,
Are these some crazy fucking pastries?
Okay.
Oh,
It's
they like the
fine.
mac pastries?
You know, Brian, this
Yeah.
man loves pastries.
I know.
We can get in good with the mayor.
It's a good market opportunity.
Yeah. Where's the barber in town?
It's yeah, come on. It's like a half-mile walk.
Yep.
So we're going to do
Good, because we're hungry
a wilderness survival
and
test.
tired and hurt.
This wilderness survival test is going to be special because your good buddy Khan, he's going to act as the guide.
Con!
I'm doing
We're going to call this all a standard.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we need a navigator. Is that right?
Scout, a navigator, and something else.
Yep, we need a scout. Oh, he's the guide. He's the navigator. So you need someone to take survivalist and someone to take scout.
I'll do survival.
What's the scout falling in?
Stealth.
Stealth? I can do that.
All right. I'll go ahead and roll it. This will be standard.
And I can also fail.
Nice.
Con succeeds. You were the survivalist.
Mm-hmm.
So with the navigator, guide is successful in navigating the way as the party moves across the stretch without getting lost. Party only requires 1 day's worth of provisions for each day of travel. We're going to call that a consumption of 2 provisions. No, it's only a half mile. God, we're going to call it 1 provision. Because you guys haven't eaten yet.
Yeah. That's fair.
1 ration?
Queen Dairy, that's right. Con! Survivalist, this is you, Joe. Conservation leads to more comfortable campsite. We're not doing any of that. So you made your test good, but it really... Failure would have been bad, but its success doesn't really have any effect in this.
Hey, you
short
got
return.
another follow
Queen
too.
Dairy is following
Hey,
us.
that's fantastic. Thank you for that follow, Queen
Hell
Dairy.
yeah.
Scouts, you failed.
I basically shut my eyes and said, I can see everything.
The surroundings of
He
the
went through the
scouts.
quickening.
Yeah.
Just really unfamiliar with this area.
The surroundings of the scout put them on edge as their attention span is drawn away to investigate areas that could potentially lead to further danger. The party increases the threat level by 1d6. We'll get to that. Now everyone needs to make a toughness test. Standard.
Sorry, microphone.
Boy, I rolled all the good luck out of my yellow dice,
I
apparently.
feel like just
Yeah, you
because
did.
my peril is already so bad, I want to use a fate point.
A fortune point?
Yes, a fortune point.
Don't use it.
come on.
Don't use it unless you have to, because you can use it after you.
Yeah,
Roll,
roll
right?
first.
I did roll.
You fail?
It was 90.
Oh, okay.
So,
So, first fortune point of the night.
Wait, do you have more than a 50% chance to succeed?
I'm not sure it's worth flipping.
Roll your dice,
just for
Chris.
this.
Roll your dice.
But,
We're past that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
No, I failed again.
Okay.
I just fail.
Those of you who fail, that's 7 peril.
I mean, nothing to me, thankfully.
Yeah.
Peril means nothing. Haha.
That
I
means
just
I'm now
increased my threshold to
ignoring
8.
all of my skill ranks.
All right. So,
What's your will bonus?
also, that means I'm going to roll for random encounter. Actually, why don't you guys? You two. Each of you roll a d6.
Okay.
6s are good for me.
I got 4.
Okay. No random encounters.
Yay.
I need to fucking mark that page. I've marked a lot of the quick reference shit I need, but I didn't finish. I stopped at the bestiary. Uneventful. During your travel, Khan essentially is an open book. He gladly answers any questions you might have. Which means, if there's any questions you might have, now's the fucking time.
Is he familiar with the Inquisition?
You ask him?
Yeah.
Inquisition? No, what is that?
Cool. Good answer.
Just some people that we know from where we were at.
How many witches are in town?
Witches?
Friends we know from work.
I don't know any witches. There might be some B words, but that's disrespectful, and I don't like to call people that.
Do you know
Good
what
man, Con.
Christianity is?
Yeah, I think the priest might talk about that every now and then. I'm not real religious, so
Is there a
Great.
barber surgeon? Yeah, that's what I want to know about.
yeah. There's a barber surgeon in town.
How big is this town that we're going to?
Maybe 300 people.
You know anything weird about that forest back there?
Yeah, that's a fucked up forest. It's dangerous. Don't go in there.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah.
Hey, Colin, what year is it?
Let's see. 73, I think, is what I came up with last time. I think it was 5 years ago, though, so I'm not real sure.
Perfect.
What's the name of this town? We haven't even asked that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Barovia.
How's that spelled?
Barovia.
Barovia.
What's the name of this mayor?
His name is Ivan.
Ivan.
Ivan the Greater, not to be confused with his son, Ivan the Lesser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivan the Not So Great.
Ivan the less thing.
As long as it's not Ivan the Terrible.
Ivan the Medium.
Does he know of any good places to stay in town?
Oh, yeah.
And get supplies?
There's a great tavern in town. It's called Blood on the Vine. And I know the owners. They are tolerable.
Right.
They are the only place in town that you can get some wine. And, they got the good stuff. By good stuff, I mean the only stuff. And it's good. You can go there. I know them. I don't know if that would get you any kind of discount, but, I have definitely been in there before.
Have you heard of the Pumpkin King?
No.
Oh, good that you have. He's a rabble rouser, that one.
Oh, that's good. We don't need any rabble rousers.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Getting everybody in trouble with the
They
mayor.
might fuck up the pastries.
Yeah.
What
So
about
is there
these? You've mentioned these pastries.
Yes, they're great.
Okay. Is this like something about you guys make pastries a lot?
Oh, no, we don't make the pastries.
Who makes the pastries?
Morganath, she makes the pastries. Her and her daughters.
Oh. Okay.
They run a business called Morganath Sweets.
Oh.
They deliver pastries all over the kingdom. Only place you can get the pastries. And I love the pastries.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
What's the name of this kingdom we're in?
Name of the kingdom?
Yeah.
Name of the kingdom. Give me just a second, because I'm spacing.
The kingdom, obviously.
The kingdom.
is
The name of the kingdom.
This
The
is
kingdom.
Chuck.
Now?
It's
Yeah.
the kingdom.
Is it Slovakia?
Czechoslovakia.
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 Barovia of Slovakia?
No, this is Chuck forgetting.
Kingdom of
Elevator music, Kingdom of Loathing.
I'll have to ask him about somewhere I can get some work and buy some goods.
Fair use, you can't copyright ping us.
Transformative.
I feel like it's fair use just because nobody would recognize it anyway.
Barovia. Kingdom of Barovia.
Wait,
Are we going to the capital?
we're going to
So-
Barovia?
Yeah. It's like New York.
Who's the
Okay.
king?
Oh, the king?
Yeah, do we have a king? Is there a king?
Oh, there is a king.
Barovia.
Mhm.
King Barovia.
Barrel.
Oh, I swear to God.
Hey, Zany. We're playing Zweihander. That's what's going on. And it's great. These party people found themselves lost in a strange land, heading to a village they know called Barovia. And they just found out the name of the kingdom was Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
The king, he has a name. Yes, he does. I don't. He lives in Castle Chernobog.
The king's name's also Barovia.
Maybe. That might be a little much, though.
Mhm.
Chernobog.
Barovia. What a nice name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
King Barovia
It's
of Barovia.
it's for a
The
confusing...
kingdom's so nice they named it twice.
Yeah.
King
Yeah.
Barovia of Barovia. He resides in Barovia.
Yeah. So,
It's one hell of a postcard.
any more questions for this guy?
I want to know if you can direct me where I can get work when I get to town and where I
Oh.
can buy supplies.
What kind of work you looking for? You can definitely buy supplies at Bildrath's Mercantile. He sells all sorts of things. But you know, he charges a little too much and he pays a little too little.
All right. Is he the only shop?
Yes.
Well, that's probably why.
Yes, that is true. What kind of work are you looking for?
I got a little bit of a military background, so I usually do guarding and things of that nature.
You know, I don't think the mayor's too big on hiring guards.
So maybe I'll do something else.
Maybe.
I'm rather gifted with pin.
I knew a guy who knew how to write once. That means I know two guys who knew how to write once. Very exciting.
High marks for you, sir. High marks.
I can go on your resume.
I'm good at writing certain things.
I don't think he's excited about
Love
that.
letters?
No.
Okay.
Counterfeit things.
Fan fiction.
Yes.
Oh no.
Because fan fiction is counterfeit love letters.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So, any other questions? Or are you guys ready to approach the town?
I'm sure I'll come up with meaningful questions later when it's
Oh
too
yeah.
late.
Once
Yeah,
we don't
I
have
just want to see
somebody
the
ask them
town
to.
at this point.
Okay. You guys, as you
Anything we should not do when we
Yeah.
get to
not
town.
do in town.
Eat those mayor's pastries, I think.
Don't take the mayor's pastries. He gets really angry about that.
What? So why did you take the mayor's pastries? Why didn't you get your own?
Because they cost a lot of money, and the mayor buys most of them.
Okay.
What kind of pastries are these?
The best pastries.
Oh, like what is in them? Do you
Good.
know?
Pastry.
Are they fruit pastries?
What's in a tree? More tree.
Wood.
This guy's got it down.
I don't know about that.
that?
What's in water?
Oh, that's a good
Water.
one.
More water. What's in a pastry?
Hydrogen and
Hey,
oxygen.
sometimes
You
there's
need to roll me.
sometimes there's fish in water.
That's
You-
true. That's a good one.
You need to roll me an alchemy test, an arduous
To see
alchemy
if I
test,
actually know
to
that.
see if you even know what water is made out.
I'm giving them a legitimate answer. There's fish in water.
I don't think there's fish in pastries though.
Oh, damn.
No.
Is there?
14.
Oh my god! Did you pass anyway?
Yeah.
Arduous.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
And you added 30%.
What's your chance? What's your intelligence score?
My intelligence score 38.
You fail.
I did fail. Yeah.
You have no idea.
Arduous alchemy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
I'm
it's
not
flip
even
to fail.
proficient in that.
Yeah.
So,
It wouldn't matter either because you have no.
It's 41, so it's flipped to fail.
You would have gotten an 80.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
You don't know what water's made out of. Yeah, but I don't think there's fish in these pastries.
Are there like fruit?
I don't know.
I wasn't saying
Pastries.
there's fish in the
Good
pastries.
dreams. That's what's in the pastries.
What?
All right.
Oh, they're
Good
special
drinks.
pastries.
Special
Oh, are they
pastries.
like drug
That kind of
pastries?
pastries.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Oh
nudge.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pastries.
The
Mm.
water is 2 parts
So
height
as you all are,
and 1 part
Is
out.
this one of those deals where everyone has to eat the pastries, or
I mean, if you want to pay for some pastries.
okay?
I don't think that we're going to be forced to eat pastries because we can't afford them.
I hope not. Yeah.
So as you guys are approaching the town, he's like, "Oh yeah." And you look here, and he kind of points out along the main road that kind of cuts the town in two. And he sees like, "Oh, you can see the tall building right there with the smoke coming out. That's the tavern." Like I said, I kind of know the people who run the tavern, and they're definitely people who run a tavern. So let me tell you, that might be a great place to sleep for the night. That's really great. I think so. And he points like, "But you know that building right there, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And you all turn to look at the building,
Mhm.
waiting for his next word, and it doesn't come. And as you look back, Khan is missing.
What?
Con?
Ah.
No response.
Con!
It had to happen. It had to happen.
Well, that's awkward.
Do I see any people
In the town?
Yeah. just walking around?
We're going to say the sky's getting darker out. You can tell it's definitely approaching dusk.
We're being encouraged to enter the town.
You hear the cry of wolves growing in the distance, but you do see people in the town scuttling about.
Okay.
But definitely you can tell it's people, you get the feeling people are trying to wrap up their business and get home.
I'm gonna skedaddle through the streets and look for a candy cane colored barber pole.
Gentlemen, I really don't like this new
I feel
place
like
we're in.
before we go into the town and enter the tavern, we should end our episode here.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh,
So, we're going to wrap this episode. If you are watching this on Twitch, it just means we're going to take a little bit of break. Go get some fresh beer, maybe grab a new slice of pizza, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. If you are watching this on YouTube or listening to this on our podcast, we'll have the next episode out in a couple of days. Yeah. So anyway, give us just a few minutes. We'll be right back. And until I see you next time, start fires, do drugs, tip your bartenders. Deuces.